Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out today's video. I know I've been gone for a little while. I took a little less screen time and had a little bit of family time. Now we're back with Technical Tuesday, and I want to get into the markets and talk about a couple of things. This week we did start in the Discord showing my stock trades. I'll show my best trade of the week, and then I'll talk about some other trades. So far, I showed 3 trades on Sunday. 2 of them got filled. One's up a little over 7%. The other one is up a little over 2%. The other one did not get filled. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm kind of stoked about that. That's going to be one of many benefits of the Alpha Surfers Discord. And once we mint out our first collection, we're going to start trading the treasury. And this is what they look like if you want to see what they look like. And you can see they're pretty cool. They're sharks who are intelligent. They know how to surf and they know how to trade. So pretty cool. But anyway, let's get into the charts, talk about what is going on. So this is a crypto total market cap. You can see that it's well above $1 trillion and doing pretty well. So let's start out. Let's show the S&P. And it's interesting, a lot of these YouTubers that show their charts, so they're either super bullish or super bearish. There's usually no middle ground. And I've talked about this for a while. The S&P, looking for it to basically find a high and come back down. So I'm seeing this as corrective. I'm seeing all of this as corrective. This move up is obviously corrective inside of a corrective structure. So I'm looking for it to find a high eventually. And then once it does find that, is it going to be here? Is it going to be a little higher? I don't know. But once it does find that, we'll look for a little bit of a move down. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with the S&P. WXY is a corrective structure, and that's what I'm looking for that corrective structure to be found. Now, can it keep moving up correctively? Of course it can. Can it move down? Yes, it can as well, but it really has to start breaking levels if that's what's going to happen. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the S&P. Definitely had some great stock trades earlier today. I kind of traded pretty much all day, which is kind of rare for me, but I was in the zone having fun. So whenever you're having fun, it's always good to try to prolong that fun as much as you can without hindering it. So anyway, that's the S&P. That's what I'm thinking with that. Now let's go down to our crypto, and this is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we had this move up, came down, nice buy right inside of that structure. Moved up, and now what is playing out? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. That's what this video is for. So let me go down to the hourly chart really quick and talk about it. First, let's set it up. All right, zoom out a little bit. Okay, here we are right now. So this is kind of the way I'm seeing it. This is a very deep 4, but that's totally okay and fine. And now price has moved up. And now what am I looking for? I'm keeping an eye on 29,380 and 29,579. Keeping an eye on those levels just because those can be levels where we can see a buy up in price. And something weird's happening. So what I'm looking for is price to move down. This green line is going to be first support at 29.8 or 29,800, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. 29,580 is going to be a level that, watch quasi. Ideally, price stays above it, but you don't want to see price get below 29,389. Below that, and we should see a breach of this low, and we should see price come back down into this area down here. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So on this move, if this move is going to be the start of something, ideally it should hold above 29,800 to 29,600, somewhere in there. Could it go a little lower? Yes, but somewhere in this zone should hold. And then, you know, I'm watching 31.5 to 32.5, somewhere in there, 31,500 to 32,500. That's where my eyes are going to be at. So with this move up, it should hold this zone and push up again. That would be very interesting to see. And then from there, what is actually playing out? You know, it'll be very interesting to see. You know, this move down, like I said, a little bit deep, but totally okay. You know, crypto and commodities kind of trade similarly. And, you know, getting this move down is totally fine. Now we want to see this structure here. What happens with it? Does it support in this zone? Does it not? So if it supports in this zone, like I said, I'm watching 31,500 to 32,500. I'm watching that zone as a target, and ideally it should be higher than that. But, you know, you have to have a target. You can't just have something crazy. But that's what I'm going to be watching. And then, like I said, it can go a little higher than that. So that's what I'm watching with Bitcoin right now. I think it's very interesting, and it's a lot of fun to trade, actually. So that is Bitcoin. We go down, back down to the daily and check out Ethereum. Ethereum is doing things a little bit differently. However, it's kind of in that same predicament as Bitcoin. So, you know, what are we seeing? You know, we had this move up here, followed by a move down, and now it's trying to maintain itself. And it looks like it's in that same area where it really needs to hold above 19,077. 1977 is what I meant to say. So it needs to hold over 1977 ideally. So anywhere between probably 2025 and 1977 it really needs to hold as support. And then it will push up again, and probably finding resistance close to that 2200 level. Ethereum can turn into something else, but most likely not. Most likely this move is not over yet. So it's either going to come up and then come all the way back down near that 1700, or this is going to continue being strong and it's going to find that support between 1977 and 2025. What happens if it comes in between that? Then, you know, this move up, I would think that it would at least come down around that 1800 area, give or take about 30 points. So 1830 to 1770, somewhere in there is what I would start to think. So far with Ethereum, if I zoom out here, we're inside of this corrective structure. So Ethereum made an A leg up, very deep move down in a B, and now it's starting to move up, but it's inside of this corrective structure. A lot of things are in a corrective structure right now because we're having a bear market rally, basically. At least that's my perception. You know, I'm one of the minorities, so I feel comfortable with that perception. Whenever I'm in the majority, that's when I feel a little bit uneasy. That's just some trading wisdom. Take it or leave it, you know. But that's basically what I've learned. One of the things I've learned in my life. So we had this move up, which is nice. Then we have this move up, which is nice. And now we have this move up, which can do a couple of different things. One thing I'm watching, you had this move up, and this is the start of something. Now you had this move up, then you had this move up, and now you're trying to find some support. So if this supports 2025 to 1977, then you need 1, 2, 3 more moves up, right? Which would be support, 1 move up, comes down, support, 2 move up, comes down, support, 3 move up. Each one should be making a new high. So comes up here, comes down, new high, comes down, new high, comes down. So each one higher than the last. That's what I would be looking at as my primary case, looking at Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does what I think it's going to do, Ethereum should be following through with this. And, you know, it's a little weird because this first third wave is a little small, but we do have some prolongedness of this, and then this has to have a partner after that. So, you know, it's getting a little convoluted for sure, but this is what I would really watch. And if it gets below 1943, something else is playing out. So that would tell me 100% something else is playing out. You know, my prognostication here is incorrect. Something else is playing out. And what I would look for initially is that move down between 17 and 1600. And that, you know, that's what I would be looking for. Now, can it maybe come down a little bit more? Yes, but I would rather it come down in a corrective structure than this straight down. If it comes straight down, then there's a problem and we're probably going to lows. If it just comes straight down, that would be a little disconcerting for the bull side. You know, but I would be okay with that. So you want to keep an eye on this line in the sand down here. And then this is your support. So that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. It's looking pretty good so far. So we will see what it can do. Now let's go to Cardano. Cardano is looking very interesting. And, you know, Cardano, you had this first move up in December. And it continued into January and February. You had this little drawdown and then another move up, which was nice. Then you had this large move down, came down a little bit past where the resistance ideally would be. Ideally, it would have been in this box. But it did drop a little more. It did hold over this area, which was good. You know, if it would have came into this area, that would have been a little concerning. But it didn't. It held this. It started to push up, which is good. And now what am I looking for? I posted this in the Discord several days ago. These are your different resistance areas if it is going to continue. So it'll basically do an Ethereum. What I expect Ethereum to do, Cardano would do something similar. So this is your first area, your first target, 48.43 to 48.99. Then you have 51.60 to 52.80. And you have 55.55 to 56.18. So those are your target areas. So what do I want to see with Cardano? Well, this move up was nice. This first move up right here, very nice. It came down. Now it's starting to move up again. And now it looks like, you know, this needs another move up, and then it can follow the rest of the pattern. So this would be wave 1. Yeah, technically this could be 3, I'm guessing. But it does look a little bad. Let's draw these up here. Basically the same as that. Okay, no problem. So yeah, technically this could be a third wave. This could be a 1, a 2. But I'm looking at this being a 1, a 2, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this target. Then a 4 and a 5. And then off of this, a 4 and a 5. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with this. That's why I said it's setting up very similarly to Ethereum. And Ethereum and Cardano don't usually correlate that well. Usually Ethereum correlates closer with Bitcoin, and then all the other ones kind of do their own thing. But every now and then you will see them set up similarly and move similarly. So that's what I'm looking at for Cardano. Now, if Cardano gets below this 4106 level, then something weird is playing out. If it gets below 40 cents, something weird is playing out. And let's see, what would that weird thing be? That weird thing would be another move down right into this area, anywhere between 28 and 34 cents. So that's what we could look forward to. Now, what would happen if that happened? Well, most likely, this could be the completion of the move. So if it just starts breaking down from here, which doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen, but you know, if it did, you want to be prepared. So if it did break, you want to see it move down kind of in a corrective structure. Then it can support in here and move up again. So that can be what's playing out. You really want to keep an eye on it. I can jump down to the hourly really quick just to kind of you know, see what's going on these shorter term moves. If my mouse would stop acting up. All right, the curse of the alien mouse is over. Now here we go. This is definitely a corrective move down. That looks totally fine. This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up. And you know, this looks like it can come back down and retest this area. And you're really trying to play off of this 42.79 low. So if you can get in around 43.5, you know, as long as price doesn't hit this low again, which was at 42.77. So price has to stay over 42.77. Ideally, it doesn't even test that. So I would be looking 43 to 43.5, maybe slightly higher, but anywhere in there would be a good buy because this move looked pretty good, assuming this high does not get broken. So I'd like to see price stay below this 44.58, come back down. That would be a good buy into at least 45.50, 46, maybe it even starts moving up from there. So that's kind of what I would be looking for. It would look totally okay as this comes down. That would be decent. But that's what I'm looking at for Cardano. I think everything is looking good with it. And this, like I said, this is the first target. So you know my targets, you know what I'm looking for. And that is Cardano. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I've been doing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and then I talk about the S&Ps a little bit just because that's what I trade on a daily basis. So I think that's kind of fun, and to see where that is compared to where the cryptos are. You know, I've never been a moon boy. I kind of just trade what's in front of me, and that's what this analysis is. You know, this is what's in front of me. This is what I'm looking for, and you know, that's what I do. I've been doing trading for the past 16 years successfully. About 20 years prior, so 4 years unsuccessfully, 16 years successfully. So that you could look at it like that. But anyway, like I said at the beginning of the video, we did just start posting our stock trades. We do the US stock market because that is the best stock market in my opinion. But I live in the US, so maybe I'm a little biased on that. So anyway, if you did want to check that out, I'm going to have the link in the description for our Discord, which it is a private members only Discord. You have to hold a alpha surfer to be able to chat, but you come in, ask questions. If you're interested, great. If not, you know, maybe we can just make a new friend and, you know, go at that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.